Awful Adam comedy. You know, I've been trying to make better financial decisions lately. Really. But there is a very fine line between saving money and destroying your entire future. I crossed that line, though, yesterday when I walked into a family Dollar Tree. Nothing says I care about my romantic future quite like shopping at a place where the floor is sticky and everything costs less than a pack of gum. But I wasn't there for the expired chips or the off-brand sodas, no. I was on a high-stakes mission. I was there to buy condoms. Think about that for a second. The dollar store, a place built entirely on the mathematical principle of compromise. You go there when you've given up on name brands and you're ready to accept that your dish soap just might be tinted water. It's the absolute last place on earth you should ever go to purchase a medical-grade device designed to prevent the miracle of human life. But there I was, standing in the aisle looking at a box of 3 condoms for $1. That breaks down to roughly 33 cents per miracle blocker. Do you really want to trust a 33-cent piece of latex? I've bought cheap plastic trash bags from this exact store that ripped apart just from the sheer weight of a single empty milk jug. If a trash bag can't handle a milk jug, what makes me think this condom is going to survive real life? And the branding on these things is incredible. They're not the brands you see in regular commercials with the sleek packaging and the glowing reviews. No, these have names that sound like budget action movies or aggressive energy drinks. Max Force or Stealth Shield. Feels less like family planning and more like I'm buying tactical gear for a very sad, very cheap secret agent. The box art always features some abstract neon graphic that looks like a screensaver from a 1998 Windows computer. It doesn't exactly scream premium safety, but the real fun begins when you actually try to pay for these. At a normal pharmacy, you can hide your shame behind a bottle of shampoo or a greeting card. You slide everything across the counter, look the cashier in the eye, and pretend you're just a normal consumer doing normal consumer things. Not at the dollar store. At the dollar store, the checkout line is a public tribunal. There's always an incredibly long line, and the cashier is always a person named Brenda who's always working there since 6 o'clock in the morning and has absolutely zero patience left for your life choices. Brenda doesn't just scan the items, she evaluates every single one of them. I placed my box of Max Force condoms on the conveyor belt right next to a giant industrial-sized jug of generic bleach and a single deflated Mylar balloon that said, "Get well." Brenda picks up the box. The barcode wouldn't scan. Of course it wouldn't scan. This is the dollar store. If a product scans on the first try, it's a miracle. So Brenda did what any seasoned retail professional would do. She didn't whisper into her headset. She didn't quietly type in the code. She grabbed that little microphone and, "Hey, Linda, put your glasses on and look at the screen. What's the code for the generic 3-pack of Max Force down in aisle 4? Yeah, the one next to the rat traps. The gentleman up here is trying to get lucky on a budget, but his barcode is as broken as his dreams." Man, I'm telling you, the entire store went dead silent. A mother holding a crying toddler stopped and turned and looked at me. An elderly man leaning on a walker shook his head in profound disappointment. I just stood there trying to blend into the background, wishing I could just disappear into the linoleum floor. "Those are 99 cents, Brenda. Tell him if he buys 2 boxes, I'll throw in a roll of masking tape for backup. Sounds like he's going to need it." I just nodded, I paid my $1, grabbed my plastic bag, and I walked out. I didn't even care about the shame anymore. Because as I walked out into the parking lot, I realized something beautiful. Sure, I just bought 33-cent contraceptives from a place that sells meat out of a cooler, but if they actually work, I just saved myself hundreds of thousands of dollars in future childcare costs. That is what I call high-return investing. But then I looked down on the logo on the plastic bag, and the reality of the situation finally hit me. I bought these at Family Dollar. Think about the absolute terrifying irony of that marketing. Family Dollar. That is not a corporate store name. That is a dynamic prophecy. If you buy your contraceptives at a Family Dollar, it's almost a mathematical guarantee that you're going to start a family for $1. Thank you, everyone. Stay awful.